Welcome, dear viewers. Imagine this: a bee that can count, a crow that remembers your face, an elephant that never forgets a grudge, a dolphin that invents games, and an octopus that plots a prison break. Are humans really the smartest creatures on Earth? Or have we been looking at intelligence all wrong? Welcome to the channel. Today we're diving into a world where animals think, plan, learn, and sometimes outwit us. Make sure you subscribe and hit the bell. You won't want to miss this one. When we talk about intelligence, we usually think in human terms, solving math problems, using language, building machines. But that's just one definition. What if intelligence means learning from experience, solving problems in your environment, communicating, adapting, even creating? Different species, different needs, so why judge them by our standards? Scientists now study animal cognition with a broader view, one that respects how each creature's brain evolved for its own survival. Let's start with the insect world. 1. Bees. Bees don't just make honey, they're problem solvers. In lab tests, bees showed they can recognize dangerous flowers based on past threats, avoiding ones where a spider once hid. Even more surprising, other bees in the hive copied that avoidance, even if they didn't witness the danger. They learn by watching. In another study, a trained bee showed its hive a new route to nectar. The rest followed it. But when the same bee was forced to take a worse path, the hive ignored her. They stuck to the better one. That's not blind imitation, that's selective learning. Bees can also count. In one test, a bee flew through a tunnel with patterns on the walls. After 3 identical shapes, it got a sugar reward. Later, even when the distance changed, the bee always stopped after the 3rd shape. They weren't judging distance, they were counting. Even more curious, scientists set up a test for bees using cards marked with black dots. Each time a bee picked the card with the fewest dots, it received a sweet reward. Over time, the bees learned to go straight to the cards with no dots at all. In a separate experiment, a bee played with a ball, not as food, not as a mate, just as a toy. Why? Maybe it was bored, just like us. 2. Crows. Now let's talk crows. Their intelligence rivals that of a young child. Crows use tools in the wild, sticks, wires, even their beaks, to solve problems. They drop nuts on roads, wait for cars to crack them open, then collect the prize. In one famous experiment, a crow was shown a tall container of water with a floating treat. Stones were nearby. It dropped stones one by one until the water rose high enough to grab the snack. That's physics. They also have incredible memory. Crows can recognize and remember human faces for years. They know who helped them and who didn't. If someone harms them, they alert the group using specific warning sounds. They even have justice systems. If a crow wrongs another, the group may punish it. Break another crow's nest, you rebuild it. Eat the baby's food, you get your feathers plucked. Harass a female that's not yours, you might not survive the day. Crows are watching, and they don't forget. 3. Elephants. Elephants are often seen as gentle giants, but their minds are sharp. In 2010, researchers gave a fruit to an elephant named Kandula. The catch? It was placed too high to reach. Across the enclosure, there was a plastic box. Kandula rolled the box over, stood on it, and grabbed the fruit. He figured it out with zero help. In the wild, elephants use sticks to reach food or scratch hard-to-reach places. Even though their trunks are delicate tools for touch and smell, they can distinguish between our languages. Scientists played recordings of this one sentence. Look over there, a group of elephants is coming. To elephants in Kenya, this sentence was played in 2 languages, in Maasai and in Kambo. The elephants reacted more defensively and threatened when hearing the Maasai voices, since Maasai men killed elephants more often in the past than the other human tribe. What's also interesting is that the herd reacted less defensively to female and children voices. And yes, elephants have strong memories. One elephant attacked a woman years after she heard it. It didn't stop there. It returned to stomp on her funeral. But it's not all revenge. Two elephants, separated for over 20 years, instantly recognized each other. They even passed the mirror test, recognizing themselves in reflections. That's a rare skill shared by only a few animals on Earth. 4. Dolphins. Let's go underwater. Dolphins have long amazed researchers with their intelligence. They recognize themselves in mirrors, which is a big deal in animal behavior studies. They also understand language-like commands. Put the ball in the hoop. They do it. Now switch it. They do that too. They invent games, racing each other, tossing fish like balls, or creating underwater traps for prey by stirring sand into circles and forcing fish outward. In captivity, dolphins get clever to get more food. One dolphin named Kelly figured out that every time she cleaned trash from her pool, she'd get a reward. So she tore one paper into small pieces and cleaned them one by one. Each cleanup, sheepy one reward. And guess what? Her baby learned the trick just by watching. When a dolphin was rescued and returned to the wild, it started mimicking trained dolphins it had seen during recovery, swimming upright on its tail. Within days, its pod copied the behavior. Even more fascinating, dolphins have unique whistles, names they use to identify each other. Octopuses. If there's one creature that truly seems alien, it's the octopus. They open jars, solve puzzles, and navigate mazes with ease. Place one in a sealed container, and it'll find its way out. Octopuses hate captivity. In labs, they cause trouble, sometimes just to get kicked out. In New Zealand, fish began disappearing from tanks at night. Cameras revealed an octopus sneaking out, opening tanks, snatching fish, then returning to its hiding spot. It even sprayed water at electrical panels to shut off lights, so no one could see it. That's premeditated behavior. No one trained it. They recognize individual people and hold grudges. In one study, an octopus was fed by one person and poked by another. Every time it saw the person who hurt it, it squirted water, even from a distance. But here's the wildest part. Octopuses have 9 brains, one central brain, and one mini brain in each arm. Each arm can make decisions independently, without checking in with the main brain. Think about that. One body, 8 autonomous limbs, one powerful mind. So what's intelligence, really? Is it solving math equations or surviving in the wild with clever tricks? Is it building rockets or remembering the face of someone who once hurt you? Maybe intelligence comes in many forms, and maybe we're not alone at the top of the pyramid. So the next time you see a bee, a crow, or even an octopus, you might want to give them a little more respect. Which animal impressed you the most? Let us know in the comments. If you made it this far, hit that like button. Subscribe for more mind-blowing stories from the world of science and nature. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.